So, whenever I have been streaming recently, I always have people coming into my chat asking if they can get a devil fruit, how they can get a devil fruit and all that stuff, because they are new to the game, and for whatever reason they want a devil fruit. Now this video is mainly for the new players, maybe level 1 to level 100. However, I am going to just say, you do not need a devil fruit at all to get to max level in this game. My number one recommendation for you would be to get to max level, which is level 575, and then once you've done that, use blackleg to either do dungeons, or join in with some cracking farming if people will let you. Those will probably be my recommendations. Just get to max level with blackleg, sword style, whatever. I got to max level with 1 sword style, then got to 2 sword style at second C. I know my friend got to max level with blackleg, so you do not need a devil fruit whatsoever. Sure, a devil fruit might make it more fun. However, especially at a really low level, if you got something like Pika or Magu, you just won't have enough stamina to keep spitting out the moves consistently. So it's definitely recommended to level up first before you even think about a devil fruit. Now, one of the methods you can do, which is I am definitely against, is you can beg. If you go into the trade hub Discord or whatever, or just the trade hub in the actual game, you could beg for a devil fruit. Now that is something I highly recommend you do not do, because you might get clowned at or whatever. However, you might find a generous person maybe willing to give you a low tier legendary, like Gura for example, or even Zushi, or something like that, something that's not worth too much. However, if you do beg for a devil fruit and someone does give, out of the kindness of the heart, give you a fruit, do not just say, yeah, no thanks, this isn't the fruit I wanted. Because at a low level, at like say level 1 to level 100, you are not going to get Pika and because there was someone in my chat yesterday saying they were wanting Pika and they were like level 100 or something like that. And they were offering like 10 dark roots, 5 SPV sets, 5 dark roots and 10 SPV sets, something like that. That is not going to get you Pika. Pika currently is going for about 2 or 3 legendary chests, and as a low level, you are not going to have the items ready enough to trade up to Pika. Unless you find someone who's really dumb and doesn't know what they're doing, then it might be possible. But do not try go for like the fruits that are really good at the end game, like Pika or Venom. You're not going to get a mythical at a low level, 100% not. So yeah, that is number one. You could beg. I do not recommend you do that. However, there are people that do because block fruit players and whatnot. But yeah, you can beg for fruits. There are also other ways of getting fruits, like doing dungeons, ship farming, krakens, whatever. However, you most likely for krakens you need to be in second C. However, for ship farming and dungeons you need to be at high level anyway. And even if you ask someone if you can join, they're most likely not going to let you if you're low level. Plus, say you're doing dungeons, they're not going to let you join because that you're going to be too weak. But also only one person, unless you go to wave 50, which if you're low level you're not going to physically be able to get to wave 50. It's just not going to be worth it for you because only one person will get the fruit and it won't be you. And ship farming, you need to have a high enough bounty to spawn ships anyway, and as a low level you're most likely not going to get that. Now it's been a while since I started this game and I don't even remember how I got my first bit of bounty, because you need bounty to spawn ships, I'm pretty certain, so I don't know how you go about that, to be fair. But the ship farming and dungeons are an option, and the same with krakens. However, as a low level, they are really something you don't want to go for, which is why I recommend getting to max level. Because once you get to max level, you can ship farm, you can do dungeons, you can do all this stuff that's open up to people. Now, this isn't my most recommended way. However, it's probably a way that you could get a legendary pretty easily. Now, this isn't necessarily for low levels, but say you're in second C and you can fight the thriller bug bosses. If you kill Ryuma and get Ryuma's scarf, which I believe is a 5% chance, I might be wrong about that. I haven't personally gotten it myself, so I don't know how rare it is. But if you get the Ryuma's scarf, I believe before update 8 came out, that was going for a legendary fruit. It might not have been Pika or Magu, but it would have been a lower legendary, but it would still be a legendary. Now that whole thing could have changed with this update. Some Doflamingo or some Dressrosa boss items are probably going for legendary fruits now. However, I'm not too sure on that. So you can get some boss items to trade for low tier legendaries. Again, bosses are really hard to solo in this game, especially with the outer fruit. So you are most likely going to need to find a squad, and a squad most likely won't let you in without fruit. So I get being fruitless is tough. However, just to not make this video too long, I have my number one way of how you can get a legendary fruit in this game. That is by AFK. GPO is basically a simulator. You can call it a premium payout simulator. You sit around for a lot. For example, this new update, you have to sit around waiting for lore, whatever, waiting for Doflamingo to spawn, waiting for the Doflamingo family to spawn back, whatnot. However, my number one way of getting a devil fruit as a low player, this wasn't available when I started the game, and it wasn't available when a lot of people started the game. But if you're just starting the game now, this is my number one way of how you can get devil fruit at level 50, because you have to be level 50 to trade. So get to level 50 and then go AFK in the premium hub. Yes, the premium hub has the word premium in it because it used to be only available for premium players, for you to make more premium payouts. But now it is available to everyone, If you have Roblox Premium, even better. You get one reward every 30 minutes. If you do not have Roblox Premium, you get one reward every hour, which is still fine. If you're doing something else, say, I don't know, you're helping your parents with the outside garden, whatever. You can AFK in Premium Hub, and once every hour, you will get either an SB reset, a race reroll, or a dark route. Now, from my experience, dark route is probably the rarest out of the lot, which isn't that great, because that is the one you're going to want to aim for. I seem to get a lot more SB resets and race rerolls than dark routes. That could just be me though, my luck could be terrible. However, you are going to want to aim to get a dark route, and a dark route now, for whatever reason, you can trade for a low tier legendary. Finding that trade might be hard. However, if you get a dark route, try to go to trade upset trade saying trading dark route for a legendary fruit, and you most likely will. After maybe an hour or 2 hours, you will find that trade. So if you're desperate for at least a legendary, it won't be Pika, it won't be Magu, but you could at least get a low tier legendary AFK for a dark route. That's my number one recommended way. I'm sick of telling noobs that they just don't need fruits. You don't need them to play this game to get to max level. Sure, it might make it fun, however, a lot of the fun comes after getting to max level as well. And there's some people, you know, level 1 that got blessed with a fruit. If you are level 1, level 3, whatever, you know, level 20, whatever, and you have a fruit, you should feel blessed. Because there's a lot of people that went through this game without a fruit until they were max level. However, that's all for this video. If you have any other ways, say you're a pro player and you have any other ways you could recommend a low level gets a fruit, then feel free to let me know in the comments. This is my best way personally. However, there probably are others that I forgot to mention. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Hope this helped all you low levels out there. If it did, be sure to like, subscribe, be on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Join the Discord down below in the description. I'll see you guys later. Adios.